Chapter 4.3, Day 2, Example number 3, Real Life Applications. You buy 8 orchids and 15 daylilies for $193. Your friend buys 3 orchids and 12 daylilies for $117. Write and solve a system of linear equations to find the cost of each daylily and each orchid. Step number 1, define variables. We are going to define x as orchid. So x we are going to define as orchid. Y are we going to define as daylilies. Now we're going to make two equations. And then we are going to solve those two equations for x and y, which means we're going to solve for orchids and daylilies. So my first equation is 8 times x plus 15 times y equals 193. My second equation is 3 times x, orchids, 12 times y equals 117. So 3x plus 12y equals 117. Step number 2, we are going to solve these two equations by elimination. So we are going to solve these two equations by elimination. So which means that either x or y should be same and opposite. I can see that none of them is same and opposite, but we can make these two same and opposite. So if we multiply this one by -3, it will become -24. And this equation by 8, this will become 24. So -24 plus 24 will cancel each other or eliminate each other. So that's why I'm deciding to multiply this equation by -3. So this equation by -3, this whole equation by -3, and this whole equation by 8. So you can see that this equation will turn into -24x minus 45y equals -579. So what I did is I multiplied -3 with each term inside and I got the new equation. Now I'm going to multiply 8 with each equation, and the equation that we are going to get is 24x plus 96 equals 936. Now if you add them, the 24x and -24x cancel, and you're going to get 51y equals 357. Divide with 51 on both sides, you're going to get y value as 7. So once you get the y value, you use one of the original equation. So I'm choosing equation number 1 to solve for x. So I chose this equation 8x plus 15y equals 193, and I plugged the y as 7. What I got is 8x plus 105 equals 193. Subtract 105 on both sides, you get 8x equals 88. Divide with 8 on both sides, you get x equals 11. Once you find the x and y, you're going to write the answer into complete sentences. So orchids are $11 each and daylilies are $7 each. You try problem. A landscaper buys 4 pioneers and 9 gymnasium for $190. Another landscaper buys 5 pioneers and 6 gymnasium for $185. So you're going to make a equation. So 4x plus 9y equals 190. 5x plus 6y equals 185. Because we are going to define the variable x for and y for gymnasium. You're going to make them same and opposite, so multiply the first equation by -5 and the second equation by 4, so that we can have a -20 and +20x, and we can cancel that to get the y by itself. So when we add that, we get -21y equals -210. Divide with -21 on both sides, y equals 10. And then you're going to use the y equal 10 into the main equations. So I'm using equation number 1 and plugging y as 10 to get the x value. 4x plus 90 equals 190. Subtract 90 on both sides, you get 4x equal 100, where x is going to be 25. Then we are going to write the answer into complete sentences. So pianois are $25 each and gymnasiums are $10 each.